Hello you guys, and welcome to Abundantly Minimal. My name is Sarah, and thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to be talking about how does one eat more like a minimalist, and I also am very excited to announce the launch of my cookbook, which is called Eat Simple, Delicious and Healthy Recipes That Won't Clutter Up Your Kitchen. If you'd like, you can check out the description field of this video for info about how to purchase the book, and I will talk about the exclusive deal that you guys get for the first week that this book is available. But first, let's talk a little bit about how one can eat more like a minimalist. I think just like we go through a decluttering process with our homes and our spaces, we also kind of go through a process of decluttering our diets. There's a lot of really unhealthy products on the market. We have maybe an overabundance of different types of ingredients in our homes that we can't actually go through and use in an effective or regular way that prevents food waste. And I think that there is a lot of ways that we can improve our diets overall. I found certain foods that I eliminated from my diet, which helped me feel much better as well as lose a lot of weight. I also started using more affordable ingredients, and so that's helped me save a lot of money on food and prevent me from going out to eat as much as I used to. And now we're at a point where we don't have as many ingredients on hand. We are wasting less food than we used to. So there's definitely been so many positives since I've started simplifying my diet, and I'm really eager to share those with you today. As far as the principles of a minimalist diet, I'm sure many people would have a version that works just for them, but I've kind of narrowed it down to 5 main components. First of all, I think the food should be healthy because even though, yes, there are so many delicious, wonderful, tasty foods out there, we want to make sure they're nourishing our bodies, which is the whole point of eating anyway. So to make sure we feel our best, we have to fuel it with the types of foods that will help us get there. I think it's important for these recipes to be affordable. Healthy eating does not have to be expensive, and a lot of the healthiest foods are also some of the most affordable options. So cutting costs is important, especially as a minimalist lifestyle often leads to saving money. Next up, I think it's very important for a minimalist way of eating to be very simple with easy recipes to assemble, because if the recipe is too involved or requires too many ingredients, or too much time, we're not going to be as motivated to actually go through and create that item. So having really simple recipes that you or any other person in your household can prepare can make it a lot easier. I also think a minimalist way of eating can be more ethical because it allows us to focus on higher quality foods that are better for not only us, but for our planet, animals, and the other people who are involved in the growing and production of that particular food. Lastly, I think it's important for us to not eat too much food. We live in a society that focuses on large portion sizes, and oftentimes we eat to the point of feeling absolutely stuffed and kind of gross. And we want to try to get away from that. Obviously, we're not trying to be exaggerated in cutting calories and reducing our consumption of things, but eating to a place where you feel comfortable is much more important than eating till you are beyond stuffed. So those are some general principles that I use when thinking about eating from a minimalist perspective. And I want to kind of talk a little bit about my new cookbook at this time. Now, I have been a huge fan of cooking for a long time and actually completed my plant-based chef certification from Ruby Cooking School back in 2015. But what I realized was that what I was looking for to have in the kitchen really didn't exist. I was trying to find a particular cookbook or resource that had, a very simplified list of recipes that were very practical, easy to make, and did not require that many ingredients, that were plant-based. Those were things I was looking for. And unfortunately, I could not really find one like that. So I kind of realized at that point I needed to make my own. I definitely love cookbooks and have gained a lot from different cookbooks that I have read, but I do find that a lot of the recipes in popular cookbooks are often too involved, more steps or time than I really want to commit to putting a meal together. They might have, different ingredients that I have to go buy special just for that one recipe, and then they sit in the kitchen for much longer than I'd like to admit because I don't know what else I want to do with them. So there's definitely been those kind of recipes. I feel like sometimes I can even just take a quick look like, wow, this looks good, but to be honest, I don't ever foresee myself making it or doing all those different steps to assemble that. So that is kind of where I was coming from with these other cookbooks, and I was looking for something different. So putting this book together, it's essentially the meal plan that Jake and I follow. Now, it's not designed as a formal meal plan, like this is what you eat on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, but I wanted all of our favorite recipes to be in one book. And I also wanted everything in this book to be really simple, so even if you don't have much of a background with cooking or you don't have a lot of different ingredients, you can make honestly everything in the book. So as I was assembling these recipes and deciding what recipes to include in the book, I kind of set myself to a guideline of roughly 30 ingredients. There's just a few over 30 ingredients that cover all of the recipes in the book. And this way it helps us simplify the number of different foods and ingredients we have in our refrigerators and pantries and all of that. But it also means that you will be able to keep using those same ingredients again and again for different recipes and different combinations throughout the book. So you're not going to have specific ingredients that are only used once and just sit around the rest of the time. This cookbook features over 60 recipes with healthy breakfasts, simple to make lunches, easy snacks, filling and comforting main dishes, and of course, delicious desserts. They're all in this cookbook using the same set of ingredients. All of the recipes are plant-based, very customizable for any special diets, and very nutrient dense to really help you feel your best. So I did want to make this video to let you know that the book has officially launched. It is currently only available as an ebook, but a paper copy will be available later. I do not yet have a date or a price for the paper copy, but as soon as I have that information, I'll be sharing that with you. The ebook is priced at $10. However, as a special deal and just kind of a thank you for all of your support and patience as I was putting this book together, for the first week it's available, it is only $5. So that's just kind of a special incentive for you guys for this first week. Eventually it will go up to the price of $10. As I mentioned before, I will actually have all the information in the link below if you'd like to access the book. So that is what I have for you guys today. I have spent a lot of time putting this together, and it's been a little bit more involved than I thought it would be, but definitely a lot of fun, and I'm really excited to actually be finally sharing it with you guys. So I hope that if it is something you are interested in, you check that out, and of course, I'd love to hear your feedback as well. Thank you guys so much, as always, for your amazing support, and we will get back into our regular programming here on Abundantly Minimal with the 2 videos per week, Wednesdays and Saturdays, very soon. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.